Crawling is a very intimate song in a lot of ways. It's a song about personal struggle, and more specifically, it's about Chester Bennington's struggles with substance abuse. Chester Bennington had a very difficult upbringing. At 7 years old, he was sexually abused, and tragically, that abuse continued until he was 13. When he was 11, his parents divorced. In high school, he was severely bullied. Things were not easy for Chester, and one of the ways he tried to cope with his troubles was by taking drugs and consuming alcohol. Unfortunately, the drugs and the alcohol caused Chester even more pain. One of the ways Chester was able to truly find some sense of peace was through music, through writing music. Reflecting on the meaning of crawling, Chester once said the following: "I have been able to tap into all the negative things that can happen to me throughout my life by numbing myself to the pain, so to speak, and kind of being able to vent it through my music. Crawling, for example, is probably the most literal song lyrically I'd ever written for Linkin Park, and that's about feeling like I had no control over myself in terms of drugs and alcohol. I'm not one of those guys who thinks being anonymous is all that great. I don't have a problem with people knowing that I had a drinking problem. I get to grow as a person through it. It's cool to be part of a recovery. This is just who I am. This is what I write about, what I do, and most of my work has been a reflection of what I've been going through in one way or another." Crawling is a really emotional song. It's got a lot of deep lyrics. It's kind of like admitting something that you don't really like to admit, which is, having a problem with yourself. And sometimes you have to learn how to deal with living inside your own skin and being the person that you are. And that's not something to be ashamed of or anything like that. It's just something that isn't always peachy. You're not always going to be exactly the person that you want to be or the person that you thought you were. You got to live with yourself for the rest of your life. Linkin Park has many songs that deal with personal struggles, but as Chester Bennington said, Crawling is one of the most literal songs, lyrically speaking, that the band has. For me, one of the interesting things about the lyrics is that Chester isn't blaming anyone else for his struggles. The lyrics are directed internally. A couple of examples. "There's something inside me that pulls beneath the surface. This lack of self-control I feel is never ending." Never once in the song does he put the fault for his suffering on anyone else. And when you take that into consideration, in my view, it makes the song even more emotional and moving. One of the lyrics Chester Bennington sings during the chorus is "Fear is how I fall." The original lyric was actually "Fear is powerful." However, Hybrid Theory's producer Don Gilmore misheard the line and thought it was "Fear is how I fall." Chester liked it so much, he sang it for the song. Interestingly, in terms of the vocals for the song, Chester Bennington stated in 2011 that Crawling is the hardest song for him to sing live. I would say that Crawling has caused me the most trouble live more than any other song, just because it's that one long note the whole time. But I think probably Crawling and Probably With You was hard when we used to play that one. If you want to see the full video I made about this song, the link is available in the description box below.